Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to another Hot Jobs with HireMilitary. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining me. I come to you from the interior of Alaska, where it is terribly sunny today, but quite a chilly 23 degrees this morning. It's still early for me, but I don't think it's going to get much warmer. If this is your first time with us, it's so lovely to see you. We are thrilled that you have found us. If you are one of our OGs, and there are so many of you out there, drop us a comment, tell us that you're here. But before you do that, what I really would love to know is if you're watching live or if you're watching recorded a little bit later, where you are calling in from and what sort of roles you are looking for and purpose of being here today. So SkillBridge, direct hire, or if you direct hire, basically permanent opportunities. And if you have any questions for me or the team today. So who have we got? Lee, it's lovely to see you. Hello from Memphis. I bet it's a little bit warmer than it is here right now. William, lovely to see you too. This is our absolute favorite 30 minutes of the week. We get to spend it with you, sharing our support, our encouragement, our advice, as well as talking about our newest opportunities, both SkillBridge and direct hire. We're here for the whole of the community, whether you are a spouse, a veteran, or a transitioning service member. So whatever you need from us today, drop a comment in the box so that we can see that and either acknowledge it today during our live or come back a little bit later and respond to you then. Not only do you have us with you today, we also have Amber Flores, before Agby, Matt Collins, Dana Martirelli in the comments who are ready to answer in real time as well. And just for your situational awareness, before I keep on going, Amadou, Jenny, Justin, Evelise, it's so lovely to see you. For your situational awareness, whilst we are delivering this live, it's really tricky for us to put URLs in the comments. LinkedIn does not like it and they delete them as soon as we post them. So what we will do, if we talk about a role today and we want to share that URL with you so that you can take a look and find out a bit more information, we will do that after this and we will tag you so that you know you can come back. David, hey, you're calling in from North Carolina. Larry from Texas. Karen Robinson, great surname. Lovely to see you today. Before we move on, let's introduce ourselves. So if you're not familiar and you haven't met me before, I'm Lucy Robinson. I head up the talent acquisition team here at HireMilitary. I'm an active duty Air Force spouse, and I told you I was in Alaska. Definitely not the cool part down in Anchorage, but we are stationed at Eielson Air Force Base in the interior, so that's just outside of Fairbanks. It's really lovely to be with you today. What about you, Matt?
All right, thank you, Lucy. I'm Matt, one of the recruiters here with HireMilitary. I am in Eastern Tennessee in Johnson City, Marine Corps veteran, retired just over a year ago. October 1st was the 1-year date, so feels pretty good still, not going to lie. But yeah, I'm glad to be here. Look forward to sharing some good opportunities with everybody. Brandy?
Thanks, Matt. We're excited to still have you with us. I'm just going to say I enjoy working with you. And we work SkillBridge, we work direct hire. So, and also, Lucy, I'm pretty sure when you say it's not the cool part of Alaska, every part of Alaska is cool. So, I mean, I'm just saying it's cool, no matter what.
Literally cool.
Literally cool. So I'm Brandy Walker. I'm up here in the Pacific Northwest. So I'm in Washington State in that Seattle area. Military my whole life of some sort. Brat, veteran, military spouse, and my husband is retired Army now. So I will say he did a SkillBridge and he is still with his company. So he did let me know he's going to try and make it 5 years before he quits to live at the coast or something. I don't know. So
is he taking you with him?
Maybe. I don't know. He never said. He never said. So I may be myself at the house and he's on the coast. So we'll see what happens in 2 more years. So that will be his 5. So
how exciting.
Good seeing everybody, and it's off to Audrin.
Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate that. And I love y'all. I just got to tell you, I know I told y'all earlier in the meeting, but yeah, I love y'all. Team culture, great. So everybody, glad to see y'all here. 22 years active duty Air Force here on the SkillBridge side as a recruiter, and actually retired out of Barksdale. So I'm still here, Louisiana, Shreveport, loving life, and glad to be here to help you. Back to you, Lucy.
Wonderful. And Audrey, before we move on, there is somebody who is looking for a position in Reno. So definitely park that one because I know you have a SkillBridge internship. If Travis, you're looking for SkillBridge. Let's get going. As we share our roles today, if you are interested in whatever we mention, please comment with the title of the specific position. When you put this one, it's really tricky for us to go back later and identify which one this one was. We have to watch the live again, and that takes a little while. So let us know, and then we will drop you a link to our website to apply. Our website is HireMilitary.us, so keep that in your back pocket. Take a look whilst we're on the live today or maybe afterwards. What I do want to make sure that you're familiar with is the roles that we share today are literally a highlight reel of what we actually have. So please don't be discouraged if you walk away and say, oh, there was nothing for me. We're probably only sharing 5 or 6 positions today across SkillBridge and direct hire, which is permanent. But we have over 100 on both sides that may be of interest to you in multiple locations across the US, in a lot of career fields. So definitely do take a look when you have a second yourself. But if you wanted to, you can drop a comment and tell us what you are looking for as well. And we do mine those comments afterwards, and we utilize that information to really develop our business strategy and the types of roles we speak to prospective clients and corporate partners about moving forward. So, like I just said, HireMilitary.us. If you're interested in anything, say the name and then we will get back to you as soon as possible. We're going to start with SkillBridge. So today we have both SkillBridge and permanent positions to share with you. But Audrey's going to kick off first of all with the SkillBridge ones. Over to you, Audrey.
Thank you, Lucy. So everybody that has tuned in before, y'all know, but I'm glad we have new people as well. So I'm just going to give it to you just like this. So HireMilitary, we provide DoD SkillBridge program internship opportunities, as we talked about earlier. So this is for eligible transitioning service members during the last 6 months of their service. This time is calculated by their ETS and EAS, and our internships typically range between 90 to 120 days. And mainly based on your performance and some other different factors, there's a high probability for full-time offer at the end of your internship. But right now, I want to tell you, any SkillBridge questions you have, please put them in the chat. We're going to talk about those a little bit later, okay? All right, so all my Texas people, either living in Texas or planning to move to Texas, this one is for you. Teal Systems, that's who I'm going to be talking about today. So Teal is a unique business solution that provides owners, developers, and property managers with innovative, vertically integrated, managed central plant solutions. All right, so I have 2 good things for them today. So the first one is preventative maintenance technician. And this one's in Austin, Texas. So as a preventative maintenance technician, you would be responsible for maintaining boiler systems and associated equipment that goes with that, of course, which also includes repairing and or replacing manufacturing components of those pieces while enforcing the safety habits and good safety protocols, of course. Additionally, building and maintaining solid relationships with the customers. A couple of requirements for this one is must maintain a good driving record because they'll need you to get around to the different establishments. Also, 2 to 5 years of experience in boiler service field is preferred. Also, too, another one that's preferred requirement is journeyman licensed plumber. So if these kind of are good for you or you think you might be interested in this, remember HireMilitary.us. All right. Now I have one more. Stick with me. Warehouse associate is the next one. This one is in Houston, Texas. Now for this one, the warehouse associate will be pretty much the professional and integral part of Teal fabrication department that stores and processes orders and products for the Teal system fabrication process. All right, now you will oversee receiving and processing of incoming material for the warehouse and skid systems. You will also be pretty much the linchpin of efficiency and profitability of the fabrication facility and the company itself. A couple of the requirements, or actually a few of the requirements for this one is you need to be a forklift certified and lean manufacturing trained, and that's pretty much preferred for them. Also, too, you need to have probably about 3 or more years of warehouse experience. Now, that's required. That's a hard requirement. And last but not least, you need to have excellent organizational skills. with written and verbal communication skills as well. So those were just two of the ones, but remember, we always have uh, daily turnover of different opportunities. So if any of those interest you, or if you go to our site, HireMilitary.us, and any of those interest you, please connect with us. Thank you. Back to you, Lucy.
You're an absolute star. Thank you for sharing those, Audrey. And like you said, we add new SkillBridge internships and permanent positions on a daily basis. So if neither of those were what you were looking for, do check out our website and see if there's anything else there that would be suitable for you or that you're looking for. Right, over to you, Matt. What have you got for us today?
All right, thank you, Lucy. So I just saw it was Jonathan Chandler. I think you said you were interested in supply chain management. We do have a supply chain manager one that's only about a week old. If you just go to our website, you can check that one out. It's in Houston. It's just a good opportunity, brand new position, looking to start it from scratch. So if you have a very strong supply chain background, please feel free to go to the website and check it out. But yeah, I've got a couple of them I'm going to share. The first one is a production supervisor. It's also in Houston, Texas, another popular area. So this with a multi-billion-dollar company that manufactures, markets quality foods, home delivery services, retail grocery, basically just anything in the food service industry, especially in the manufacturing distribution. What they're looking for is somebody with 4 to 5 years relevant experience, preferably in the food industry. So, food industry manufacturing. You're leading people in that environment. So you do have to have some relevant experience with that. Plus 2 years of supervisory experience, which most people come out of the military, they're going to have that. And it's a really good opportunity for somebody to get their foot in the door with a really great company. Pay is roughly $70K a year with opportunity for about 10% bonuses, which is a great starting out, getting out. And the cool part is high school diploma is the requirement. They would prefer somebody with a bachelor's degree, but if you have the actual relevant experience and strong leadership capabilities in high school diploma, you're qualified for this position. So you can check that out on our website. The next one I have is called a director of workshops in Chesapeake, Virginia. This is brand new. It is not posted on the website yet, but something to think about. And you can check back probably tomorrow afternoon. So again, brand new position. This company supplies innovative maritime systems and parts to the U.S. Navy and Coast Guard. So they provide shaft seals to all the Navy fleets and America's maritime services, exclusive provider to the U.S. Navy, submarines, and vessels. So requirements, bachelor's degree, 10 years relevant experience. So I think of this as, you're responsible for training and education, but you do need to have a lot of experience with federal or government contracting. So that FAR, DFAR is that federal acquisition regulations. You need to know, about government furnished property, data requirement lists, things like that. So it is very heavy in the procurement side. They want somebody that has a lean, agile, or any type of Six Sigma certification. So there's a lot of different experience required for this. However, it's an excellent opportunity in Chesapeake, Virginia. It's very popular for folks getting out of the military in a great state. So if you're interested in that, you can always just shoot me a message. Let me know you're interested. It should be up probably tomorrow once we work through some details, but it's going to be an excellent opportunity with a company that supports the military. That's another thing. You kind of stay within that general industry, which is really great to have when you're getting out. But that's all I have. I'll turn it over to Brandy.
Thanks, Matt. Always good to see that we have such a variety of roles personally, and then we're across the U.S. Everybody keep that in mind. We're across the U.S. We don't just focus on one area. We happen to have a lot in Texas lately, but, you check out the website, HireMilitary.us. We'll say it again. It's listed all over the place. Anyway, so I have some interesting new roles for you. One is very, very new to us that I actually just got out of a meeting today. That'll be the second one I talk about. The first one is executive chef, though. So I'm looking for 3 different executive chefs in 3 different locations. We got one in Minnesota, North Dakota, and California. So for each of those locations, they're looking for someone with a strong culinary background who can elevate the menu with creativity, passion, and innovation. They're looking for you to come in with that experience and create new menus and do new things and be passionate and focused on coaching with, working with your employees, do menu planning. It's high volume products. It's a lot of things, but they're looking for executive chefs, which is I think this is the first time we've ever had roles like this. So it's kind of interesting for me as a recruiter to look for people who love to cook. So that's what they're looking for. And I will say that they're in this process. When you interview, you apply, you screen with us, you get into those interviews. There's going to be 1 to 2 interviews, and then it's going to culminate in a culinary practical exam, and you're preparing a 4-course meal with assistants in the kitchen. So it's like your time to shine. I'm an executive chef. I love this business. This is your time to shine. Here's my food. Hire me. That's what we're looking for. That person that could be super innovative and creative and want to elevate, these 3 positions to that next step. So it's executive chef, and it's St. Paul, Minnesota, Jamestown, North Dakota, and Santa Clara, California. And the next one is I actually just got out of the meeting, and I did get the roll up on the site. It is for a project manager in San Antonio, Texas. So everybody loves a good project manager, program manager. It's San Antonio, Texas, great population there. And I'm sure we have someone that's going to want to do this. And it's providing joint planning subject matter expertise to analyze training programs for integration of joint planning and execution. So they're looking for that person that has at least 8 years of direct acquisition management experience in industry or DoD. And at least 3 of those years actually need to be in information management or learning management support services. The type of person they're looking for, someone with a PMP or equivalent. They'll take someone that's had some program management work, at least 2 years. There's some other certifications, but they're looking for that program manager. Definitely a secret clearance. So at a minimum, they're looking for that active secret clearance. And they're really looking for that person that's been in a leadership role in joint planning and has an acquisition background. It's a really great opportunity. And then they did say one last thing: for a well-qualified, meets all of those skills and experience that are listed on that job description, there is a possibility for remote work. It could be approved. So that is my newest one, project manager in San Antonio, Texas. Off to you, Lucy.
Oh my gosh, I feel like that's the unicorn, the gold standard of what the majority of our veterans and transitioning service members are looking for. Texas-based, potentially remote project manager. So I hope that we could get some good traction from today for those, Brandy. Just so that everybody is aware, if you do take a look at our roles on the website, I've seen somebody ask if we have cyber ones. Yes, sir, we have cyber. Remote, yes, we have remote. So do have a look yourself and do a filter through. Apologies if you start to not be able to hear me. I live on an Air Force, a fighter jet base, Air Force base, and the jets are going. All of the benefits and the salaries are on every job that we share. And if the salary isn't there, that's a complete mistake on our part, and it should be. And that is part of our commitment to our veteran, our spouse, and our transitioning service member community, that we are as transparent as we possibly can be in terms of remuneration and what you actually get for the position. We want you to be able to self-select, and we want you to know what you're getting into when you do apply for a role through us with one of our corporate partners. Just finally, I have a couple of roles that I wanted to share with you, not with the level of detail that the others have, because these are new ones. They are up on our website, though. If you are looking to relocate, move to, or are already in Western Texas, in the San Angelo, Texas area, so kind of northwest of San Antonio, we have multiple IT roles there. With a veteran-owned small business providing intelligence, training, and technology solutions. Ideally, the skill set that they're looking for is coming out of the Air Force as opposed to the other branches, but that probably, if you are familiar with that area, there is an installation right there in San Angelo, so that makes utter sense of who potentially their client could be. They are looking for an LMS administrator, an information systems security officer, and an IMI programmer. So if any of those sound like you and you'd like to know more about them, Amber is the recruiter. You've seen her in the chat. If you drop a comment, we will definitely get the detail over to you. We haven't had many questions at all today. Seth, thank you for saying that this is a great initiative. We really try our best every single week to share as much as we possibly can with you. Normally, we spend the time at the very end answering any questions, concerns, obstacles, or challenges that you may have, but there doesn't seem to be very many today. So we are not going to keep you because your time is precious and we want you to go away with a good sense of who we are and what we're up to. But if you are not familiar with HireMilitary's newsletters, definitely do keep your eye out on Wednesday morning. Olivia, who is one of our marketing gurus in our company, she doesn't put her head above the parapet very often, but she's in the green room right now managing this whole live, has written the most extensive and brilliant guide to targeting and tailoring your resume. And that is going to be published on Wednesday. So if that is collateral or ammunition that you think you may need in your life, and even I think I may need it because it is the best thing I've ever read, do keep an eye out for our newsletter. Alternatively, if you look on our LinkedIn, our HireMilitary LinkedIn page, you can sign up for the newsletter so that it will automatically ping to you. So that's a piece of information we wanted to share with you this week. It's been so great having you all here. Roberto, I'm going to give you a shout out because you're here every single week and we absolutely adore you here. So it's great to have you with us. But thank you so much for your time. Any questions at all, you can pop any of us a DM into our LinkedIn inbox or drop a comment here below. So lovely to see you, and we will see you same time next week, 2 p.m. Eastern time every Tuesday. Bye.